Today we are finally playing Tarkir Dragonstorm Draft. I have a little bit of experience with Limited in this format, played a pre-release, have looked at all of the cards, created a tier list, which there is a link to in the description. But this is going to be my first draft. I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's jump in. Let's have some fun. Fresh set. Ether Drift is out. Big dragons are in, and I like the look of this set already. It feels very much like classic Magic to me. Not to be like an elitist, but it does. It does. It feels like classic Magic. I like all the mechanics. They're all easy to understand. They feel comfortable. They feel like home. So let's jump into a Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. See what we can do. Okie doke. We are in, and well, what have we got? There is so much to read, I know, and I'm not sure what exactly the draft tech is, but Songcrafter Mage is pretty good, but I don't know if I want to take a 3-color card right off the bat. I really like Rakshas's Bargain. I think that's very good, very easy to cast. Sibsig Appraiser is also excellent. I actually think I want to take... do you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to take Embermouth Sentinel and just take, like, a piece of fixing, and then we can stay open to doing anything. I don't mind Roma's Routine either, though. I think Roma's Routine is a bit better. And I think green is pretty strong. And, you know, 3 mana, find a basic land. Fixes you twice. This... Yeah, okay. All right. I'm going to take... Nah, do you know what? I think I'm going to take Caustic Exile. I went on a bit of a journey there. And I think that the fixing is very important. But I believe these Exhales are just really strong cards. And they're also very easily splashable. So let's see if we can figure out what is open. Laced Prowler seems really strong. I'm surprised this didn't get taken. There must have been 2 rares in this pack. But 4 mana, 5/5. Mill a bunch of cards. And then that renewability seems pretty good to me. I mean, this is very good. It is double green. I think it might be correct to just take the Piercing Exile here. This is a May. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Laced Prowler. And, like, we're off to a pretty decent Sultai start. Now there is a Jungle Hollow, Snakeskin Veil. Wingblade Disciple is good. But Dragon's Prey is, I think, pretty premium. Feels pretty premium to me. Even if you target a dragon with this, it still, most of the time, trades evenly on mana. So I never really mind having it. I think that's what I want to take here. Following the Caustic Exhale, that just means we're getting a bit deeper into black. Maybe I want this Jadecast Sentinel. Maybe that comes back on the wheel, but I'm going to take the Efficient Removal. I think that's probably smart. Dragonstorm Forecaster is kind of a nothing. Dragonclaw Strike is certainly interesting, but I kind of like Piercing Exhale, to be honest. Like, we've got nothing else really that interesting in this pack for me. And we already have a good green card. So we take the Piercing Exhale. If we pick up a couple of Sultai Devotees, they have Death Touch, which is even better with the Piercing Exhale. Now, well, let's see. There is a Urenes Rebuff. There is a High Spire Bellringer. Earthcarver's fine. Alesha's Legacy is a decent combat trick. But I'm just going to take the Evolving Wild. So we are currently black-green, which means we could go into Sultai or Abzan. So we've drafted enemy colors, which is exactly what you want to do, I think, in this set. Is draft enemy colors, and then you've got 2 outs. We can start taking the good white cards or the good blue cards, depending on what's open. All right, Dragon Brood's Relic is fixing, and that's pretty much it. There's another Piercing Exhale, Inoc Wayfarer, 2 Mana Rock, or another efficient removal spell. I think I prefer the Piercing Exile over the 2 Mana Rock. That I'm not. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do 5 color. Not in our first draft. Oh, okay, a second one. Well, there is a I do like Trade Route Envoy, but not that much. I wonder if I do just want the random piece of uncommon fixing here. Like, it's just a ramp spell, and it is fixing. And none of these cards are actually pulling me. I think Salt Red Pack Beast is pretty good. So maybe Abzan is open. I also think Trade Route Envoy is pretty good. Not seeing any blue. Not seeing much white. So yeah, okay, I'm just going to take the fixing, and we're going to stay open. But yeah, I think efficient removal and fixing in and like bombs in pack 1, that is the way to go. So we could take this Thornwood Falls. Corroding Dragonstorm does feel pretty nice to me. 2 mana, drain, surveil 2, and if you cast this twice, I think it is it feels pretty good, yeah. I think you get a lot out of this card. I'm surprised it's gone so late. I'm also interested in this Inoc Wayfarer in the colors that we're in. Maybe I'm more interested in the Wayfarer. Okay, so that decides it for me. Sibsig Appraiser is a very, very good card. And it's in blue. This tells me blue is open, that this came back on the wheel. So I'm going to take the Sibsig Appraiser, missing out on a Roamer's Routine here. And I think we are doing Sultai. That feels pretty locked into me. Wingspan Stride is not quite it. We could just take the Bloodfell Caves. I guess I don't mind having an Alesha's Legacy. I'm not that excited about an Alesha's Legacy, though. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Caves. Jadecast Sentinel is actually genuinely good in the Sultai deck. Humbling Elder's okay. Reigning Victor, not great, but I think I do want Jadecast Sentinel because from my experience with... so I played Abzan, but I did play against Sultai in my pre-release, and I lost to it, and it does mill a hell of a lot of cards, and the games go very long. We are planning for the games to go very long. +1/+1 flying. Honestly, I think that is actually pretty good. Do I prefer Embermouth Sentinel? Maybe I should just... at this stage, I just want to take the fixing. 6 mana, 4/4, endure 3. Yeah. Oh, we got the Wingspan Stride anyway. Okay. Yeah, I think this card is actually quite good. It kind of reminds me of Lantern Bearer. So I'm pretty happy with that. Exile a creature, return an instant or sorcery. There's also a Dragon's Prey, Host of the Hereafter. Sultai Monument. I'd love to get that back on the wheel. There's a Focus the Mind. Traveling Botanist. Yeah, lots of stuff I want out of this pack. I do like the idea of having Kishla Trawlers get back one of my removal spells, though. Yeah, I think I want to take the Trawlers hit. Hopefully the Monument comes back around. Although blue has been pretty open. So maybe I should just take the Sultai Monument. Yeah, and see if we wheel something good in Sultai. Okay. So we have a Snakeskin Veil Synchronized Charge. Certainly not bad. There's another Jadecast Sentinel. What's Surak saying? 3 mana, 4/3 trample. Whenever a creature you control or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. I actually quite like that in the incredibly grindy games. It's a decent-sized creature. I don't think that matters too much, but it's just a powerful ability. What else is interesting? The Snakeskin Veil, the Jungle Hollow is certainly interesting. And I think that's it. So I think, I mean, the problem is, I have not played Sultai before, so I don't know what we actually want to do. Urania's rebuff being a sorcery seems a bit sad. Riverwalk technique seems good. The Dispelling Exhale also seems pretty good to me. Are we base black-green? Or are we base blue? Interesting. I don't know. But I think I want to take the Exhale here over the Riverwalk technique. And it's kind of, it's pretty much a piece of interaction. There's another Exhale. I do want to pick up another Exhale. Is Nature's Rhythm good? Probably not. So if I take another Exhale, the problem, like my interaction looks great. But I need ways to actually win the game. That's my biggest concern right now. Yeah, so interaction looks good. There's a Twinmore Stormbrood, which is unfortunately double off color for us. Agent of Kotis just feels like a really solid, like, mid card. I think I do want this Einok Wayfarer, which I think is pretty decent. Emergent Ultimatum, double red. We do have a Bloodfell Caves. There's also a Temur Monument. Interesting. I wonder if Temur is the way we should be going. I'm going to take the Temur Monument because it is, again, sort of double fixing. And then we do have the Bloodfell Cave so we can activate it. I think I want to cut this Embermouth Sentinel. We can play Abzan Monument as well. I feel like Whale of War has got to be good in Sultai. Unending Whisper seems good. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to take Whale of War. I don't know how to win this game, though. I don't know how to win this game. I think it's best to just take my fixing here. There was another counterspell, but we have a good amount of interaction here. So we could take this Rugged Highlands. I feel like Kishla Trawlers... I mean, it came back on the wheel, and we did want it to wheel, and it did, which is incredible. We have a good amount of stuff that we would want to get back. Yeah, okay. Interaction looks good. How am I actually winning this game, though? How am I actually winning this game? Guess with the Wayfarer, Trade Route Envoy is okay. Not sure it's making the cut here. To be honest, there's an Alesha's Legacy. Which is certainly, like, not bad. Don't think we want the Forecaster. Going into pack 3. Okay, that is a win con for sure. Warden of the Grove is an excellent card. So that certainly helps. And if we wheel... Not really that interested in the Night Watch. Maybe Sarkhan's Resolve comes back on the wheel. Sib-Sig Appraiser possibly comes back on the wheel as well. Okay, so I'm going to take the Warden of the Grove. We're at 9 creatures. We have a good amount of removal. And we're at 22, about to be 23. playable cards. Embermouth Sentinel can be cut. I think Dragon Brood's Relic can be cut as well. This Blossoming Sands can go. Attuned Hunter seems really nice. Bewildering Blizzard seems great too. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And we have got Whale of War, Kishla Trawlers. We have no dragons for the Dragonstorm right now. And I'm not sure if we're going to... I mean, I guess those dragons are win cons. So we're interested in those, but... Attuned Hunter growing seems very good. Bewildering Blizzard does also seem great to me, and I would be very interested in one of those. There's an Opulent Palace, another Dragon's Prey, a Fresh Start, which is also interesting. Do I just want to take the removal spell? Very possibly. Well, Fresh Start is probably a little bit better. And we have got Temur Monument, Sultai Monument for fixing. There's another Sib-Sig Apprader. There's a Snowmelt Stag. That's pretty strong. Sib-Sig Appraiser is great. But Snowmelt Stag is kind of a win con. Feral Deathgorger is meh, but is a win con. Still, Feral Stag is a win con in and of itself, so we'll take that. We will take that. I mean, Focus the Mind seems great. We have a bunch of really cheap instants over here. Okay, so we'll take a little bit of card advantage. We're hoping this is costing us 3. Sarkhan's Resolve is fine. Riverwalk Technique is, again, strong. A strong instant. We're playing a ton of instant speed. We are a little bit low on creatures. I wonder if I'm supposed to take this Kin Tree Nurture instead. Maybe. Maybe I am. Nevertheless, there's another Sib-Sig Appraiser. There is a Feral Deathgorger, which is not a fantastic, like, win con. But the 4/4 with Reach works for me. Another Snowmelt Stag interests me. Not much. Like, I have kind of lost track of where this deck is, what we're doing. But we cut the Dragonstorm. We probably can cut the Temur Monument. We're not playing the Dragonback Lancer. We didn't really need any of those cards. Another Focus the Mind, or is Bewildering Blizzard actually good? Both draw 3 cards. Yeah, I think I just want another Focus the Mind. I think that seems really nice to me. Watcher of the Wayside isn't as irrelevant as it looks. There's another Sib-Sig Appraiser. Wingspan Stride kind of might be a win con, but we'll see. Okay. Little bit strange, but again, like it's just new format stuff, right? So I'm going to separate out all of our interaction. I mean, this looks awesome. Because we have this little instant speed package over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the board removal spells. And 3 counter spells plus 2 Focus the Mind. That is excellent. An excellent place to be. With 6 cards to cut, I wonder, is Dusyat Carver even worth running? 7/7 is pretty big. So the cards I'm interested in cutting are actually Whale of War might be something I want to cut. So maybe we can consider Sultai Monument a creature, in which case we have 15 creatures. But if we want to keep all of these, we've still got, we've got 6 cuts to make. And I think there's a question around, like, we have 1 Kishla Trawlers. With 2 Jadecast Sentinels, I think we keep the Attuned Hunter. And I do kind of think we want 1 of these. I do not know if I want 2. Okay. Trim the Temur Monument. I think I can trim the Wingspan Stride. Snowmelt Stag is our win con, effectively. Kind of think Alesha's Legacy can be cut. And we've got Riverwalk Technique. I wonder if I'm supposed to cut 1 Exhale. Yeah, it's a pretty bad... could end up being pretty bad if the game goes long, which I think it's going to. We don't have any dragons. Okay. I think I want to cut the Dusyat Earthcarver. And then, well, 1 more card to cut. This fetches a land. This can find a land. Maybe I don't need the creature on 2. I have so many things to do on 2. And this mills 3 cards. Oh, but surely I just don't need 2 Jadecast Sentinels. Okay, I think this is the deck. And it is an incredibly grindy deck. We control, we recur, we draw cards, and we win with Snowmelt Stag. It's good enough. It's good enough. Okay, so what's the mana looking like? I guess blue-green is the most important colors, and black is the splash. So with that in mind, we have 8 blue sources plus Sultai Monument. We have 5, 6, 7 green sources plus Sultai Monument. And then we have 3, 4, 5 swamps plus Sultai Monument, 6 swamps. That actually seems good enough to me. We need the double green. Eventually, we want the double blue. And black is very much like a splash. Okay. We are an instant speed control deck. And we need to grind our opponents out and then win with those unblockable stacks. Let's see if we can do it. Well, we have all of our colors. We're going first. We have a turn 2 counterspell into a Sig Appraiser and a removal spell. This seems like a very good hand to me. Let's just keep our opponent from getting too scary aboard, and we want the game to go long. So we could play out a Sig Appraiser. I think I'm okay with that, because we have this Dragon Spray in hand. Plus, I don't know what they can do on turn 3 that 2 Sig Appraisers can't block, so... So I probably do need to Dragon's Prey this thing, because it is actually very good. And I do not want them to draw cards with it. And if I Dragon's Prey this turn, then I can Appraiser and hold up Dispel next turn. This is great, because this fizzles the Feral Death Gorger, so it goes to the graveyard. A fresh start or another Appraiser. We have the Exile in hand. Yeah, okay, I'll take the fresh start. Because we're like 2 Sig Appraisers actually does put some pressure on the opponent. So let's just prevent them from doing anything now. And we should have this game under control. Thoroughly under control. Amazing. Surak's actually great. Yeah, this is a 2-turn clock, and they cannot kill my stuff without me drawing cards. And now we have the Focus the Mind Fresh Start combo. Yeah, this totally worked. Up against the mirror match. Grind him out. Mulliganing this. This is a keep. We have all of our colors. Yeah, I think I need to keep this curve, put back one of these lands. The double blue we need for the moose. So I guess the island can go back, and I can just turn 1, go get an island. Okay, so we can lead on the Inoc Wayfarer. Yeah, now I'm very interested in just holding up Dispelling Exhale, because I can't block this thing anyway. Yep. Discard up to 2 cards, draw that many cards whenever it attacks. If there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random. Okay, well, it's a 3/3 with haste. There's not a creature down there. So this can hit a land. I mean, both of these cards can hit a land. This is more mana efficient, so let's do this. And if we trade this off, we can Kishla Trawler's back a counterspell. Yeah, I'm taking the Dragon's Prey there. Kishla Trawler's a 3/2. Nothing blocks this thing. Dashed Effigy. Easy block. Okay, a 2/3. So I do need to find a land here. Yeah, I do need to find a land. That puts me in a pretty rough spot. If I find a land, then I can exhale as well. Like, if I find the land with the Inoc Wayfarer. If it's specifically a green. Okay, I'm just going to Civ Sig Appraiser. Let's take 4. Second Bearer of Glory, but they're struggling a little bit on mana, so they're nowhere near being able to actually use the pump ability. I do need to get another creature on the board. And then maybe I'm just holding up 3 mana for Dragon's Prey. Do I want the land or the counter? And the Laced Prowler went back there. So then I don't want the land. So let's decline, take the counter. And then Laced Prowler actually puts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters on something. Okay, sure. And now, because we have a bunch of interaction in hand, we should have thorough control of this game. Unless they have a clean way to answer the 7/7, which is not super likely. They could have a Dragon Spray. I would love to untap with Riverwalk Technique. Okay, Stormplane Detainment does do it. Warden of the Grove, holding up Piercing Exhale. I am into that, because this thing actually blocks. So let's eat you. Block there, take 2. I think we can actually Piercing Exhale this, because it deals 5 damage. So if it's destroyed, then it doesn't deal 5 damage? Oh, it does, okay. Alright. So we need, we can get back a Piercing Exhale. So we Kishla Trawlers, Piercing Exhale. And then Chump Block, that's not great. We can Dragon's Prey. We do have a bounce. So we exile a Civ Sig Appraiser. We get back a piercing exhale. They have done really well with just 3 lands. Gotta say. Need them to be out of stuff, man. There's a lot of potential for this to be blown out, but okay, we're all good. They didn't play anything last turn, so I don't think they're going to play anything this turn either. Okay, there's their black, so that probably unlocks their hand. So I could bounce their Stormplane Detainment. But I think it's better to just bounce this. Okay, there's a Surak. Need this game to go longer. But they have 5 cards in hand. This has mobilized too, so yeah, we've got to get rid of that. Need to draw some cards. Or... Damn, yeah, now they're just dropping like Haymaker after Haymaker. Oh, this is just lethal. Damn. Because they're mobilizing 7. Oh, that was pretty rough. I mean, we took a lot of damage early, and that is down to, like, I mean, they had a bunch of pretty good, like, these Bearer of Glories were really, really hard to block. That's something to note for sure. Going first, we can Sultai Monument for green, and it's probably keepable, but only just. Yeah, so we go get a forest. Play our forest. I don't think I'm playing Kishla Trawlers here. Because it probably just dies. Or gets countered. What does this do? Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 bird. That's really good. I could Riverwalk Technique it. Play out this Jade Cast Sentinel. Don't need to do that just yet. Okay, let's end the turn. Let's see if they want to double spell. Mm-hmm. I would love to draw an Exhale off the top. Okay, they're doing nothing. I am going to attempt to bounce this. And it's gone. Well, it's great news for me. Think I'm just going to... Could just make 2 2/2s here. That seems fine. Or we could just draw a bunch of cards. They haven't played any cards. So let's... They took their entire turn off. So let's start drawing cards and get ahead that way. They play a 3/3 flying haste with a fire-breathing ability. That's fine. I will draw 3 cards. I will discard an item. Interesting. So we could focus the mind again. We can block this thing with our Jade Cast Sentinel. We could also bounce it. Don't really like just casting 1 spell here, though. We have 6 mana. Yeah, okay. So I want to play Sig Appraiser. Find my Warden of the Grove. Get this in under their counterspell. Seems pretty good. Just means, you know, they have to answer this rather than, you know, start fire breathing. And I do have loads of interaction. Next turn, I can play Jade Cast Sentinel and Focus the Mind. Actually, I could also Kishla Trawlers. If they do kill this, I could Kishla Trawlers and then hold up Riverwalk technique. Not the best play. Okay, a second one. Alright, well there's a Caustic Exhale. I like that. So we can... No creatures to exile just yet. With the Kishla Trawlers. So we're gonna attack. I need this Jade Cast Sentinel in play, and then I need Caustic Exhale. One of these yeah, okay, the 1/1 Spirit's not doing much here. Yeah, so I need to Caustic Exhale this. Obviously, it's more mana efficient to just focus the mind. But because they have this fire-breathing effect, hold up the Exhale. If they kill the Jade Cast Sentinel, then we can exile it with the Trawlers and exhale the other thing. Five cards in hand. They played another Stormshriek Feral. I would think they do have interaction in hand. They can pump this and kill the Jade Cast Sentinel. That would be ideal for us if they go for that line. Yep, okay. Definitely thought they had something. Oh man, another flyer. And Dispelling Exhale a little bit late. So, I have nothing to exile. So I think I just have to focus the mind here. Find something to do. Piercing Exhale. I think this Attuned Hunter gets discarded, and that gives me something to Kishla Trawler's next turn. I'm tapped out of green. Ugh, so they just win, right? Yeah. Brutal. Brutal, I tapped out of green. If we didn't do that, we'd be alive. Okay, we lost to mediocre flyers there. We've got to do better than that. This is a good hand. Sig Appraiser. Well, actually, it's pretty slow, isn't it? Maybe this was a mistake. I thought this was a 2-mana card. Still, if we can get on the board, find our green. Caustic Exile helps this hand out. For sure. Great card to get back as well. Zergo's Vanguard. Let's just kill that now. Play out an Appraiser. We're looking for green. We're looking for a forest. There's a forest. Delta Bloodfires. It's a 1/2. I will accept the trade. Forest, and let's go for another one. Evolving Wilds, don't need that really, do I? That does actually go, and yeah, that gets another green, so we'll take that. Gets another forest for the Laced Prowler. So we do have, this is a 5/3. Dies into a 2/2. So let's go get our forest. Need to be able to block this thing. We could just do it with the Jade Cast Sentinel. Could also just play Kishla Trawler's Get Back Caustic Exhale. Yeah, I'm in for that. Bluffs that we have a dragon in hand. Mm-hmm. So they made it a 5/4. I mean, we have this Dragon's Prey in hand. And then we can hold up Fresh Start, and that's okay. Alternatively, we could get Surak down. Yeah, okay. Let's put Surak down, and then we'll just hold up the Exhale. Because the Exhale actually does mean that we can block the Sand Skitter Outrider. Nothing. Okay. Let's exhale this. Focus the Mind is pretty nice. Just a bit awkward that we can't really cast it. I guess we can Fresh Start. So maybe we're just passing. Alternatively, I could just play out a gigantic Laced Prowler. Well, it's a 5/5. Dies well. Let's do that. They've got 2 cards in hand. We have 21 cards left. Let's do it. Yes, that was 3 lands. Good. Good, good, good. Thank you for the card. One card left. It's a 3/3 with flying. We have a Whale of War returning 2 cards to our hand. That's very good. So now we can Dragon's Prey and Focus the Mind. We've got 14 cards left. Let's start attacking. They take 5. So let's Dragon's Prey this 5/4. We will take our 4. And let's Focus the Mind. I guess Sultai Monument doesn't actually do nothing here. All of these cards are good. I'll drop the land. Stop ourselves from decking with our Jadecast Sentinel. And then we'll just keep Fresh Start up. Okay, let's drop the Attuned Hunter, hold up Riverwalk technique. And now the Jadecast Sentinel can start growing the Attuned Hunter. So they are Mardu splashing blue for something. We haven't seen what they're splashing blue for yet. Let's exile a... Our Kishla Trawlers is gone, so we can exile that. Oh, during your turn. Oops. Oops. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. 2-2. Okay, well, we've got our 2 base colors, and we're on the play. We have 2 unplayable cards in our hand. Our hands have not been good. Maybe the lesson should be take even more fixing, even more aggressively. Because we do need to get, like, a little bit lucky. We have a 2-3 curve, but we do need to find that black source. Mardu again. There's the black source. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to play off curve. Against Mardu, I think we really want the game to go long. So I don't think I need to play the Attuned Hunter and just start hitting them. Ah, okay. Maybe Abzan? 3 mana, 2-4? Yeah, I'll counter that. Let's go get our swamp. Snowmelt Stag. They need to play a creature. Otherwise, they're taking 5. Okay, it's a tapper. They exile my cards. It's a shame I didn't have the Attuned Hunter on the field when that happened. I think I'm actually going to go on the aggressive here. Because I've got 5, 6. If we get to 7, then this ends up being a pretty fast clock. Still, they're way up on cards. Okay. They kill the stag. We've got the Whale of War to get it back. So let's hope that their next turn is just kill the Attuned Hunter, and then we can just get both of our creatures back. That would be good for us. Okay, discard a card, draw 2. Sure. Yeah, they're looting. That's not bad for us. Let's play the Attuned Hunter, hold up Whale of War. Make a spirit. Do it. They did not. What are they sitting on? Are they sitting on an exhale? A fight spell? A bite spell, more specifically? Doing nothing, eh? Interesting. Okay. Focus the Mind's pretty good. So we've got no attacks here. Do I just want to play out the Jade Cast Sentinel? Yeah, I'm going to do that. It blocks very well, and it does make the Attuned Hunter kind of a threat that needs to be answered. Next turn, we can double spell. They kill the Attuned Hunter, and we Whale of War and Focus the Mind. Again, I think that's good. We're in a good position on card advantage. We're a tiny bit ahead on the board. There's the exhale. Actually, that exile, doesn't it? Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, so Whale of War plus Focus the Mind next turn is pretty good. They are going to gain a chunk of life here. Okay. Sure, 2 cards left. They have played a bunch of good stuff. Interesting. Caustic Exhale and Focus the Mind seems better. They do have 2 cards in hand. Let's see it. Let's make them have it. They didn't. Discarding... Discarding the island here. Okay, make a 4/3. I do need to find a land, but I can... double spell if I play out the Wayfarer, so let's do that. Yeah, I want that forest. They seem to be playing pretty well around the Whale of War. Like the -1/-1. I'm sure they don't have a read on it. I think they're just choosing to go big instead of going wide. It feels like they have a way to remove the Snowmelt Stag, but again, I feel like our next turn is pretty good. Indestructible, sure. They swing for 5. It's fine. Riverwalk Technique's pretty nice. But I think this is Sibsig Appraiser, hold up both of our spells. Let's take a Piercing Exhale. Could use that and swing for 5. I'm going to wait one more turn before I do that, because I want to hold up Riverwalk Technique. Because they do have a ton of removal. And I do believe that getting this Whale of War cast and getting back... Don't know, maybe Snowmelt Stag. Well, I mean, we could get back the Attuned Hunter Jade Cast Sentinel combo. Again, I wouldn't mind doing that. It'd be okay. Okay. Block here, block here. Exile my Sib-Sig Appraiser. Interesting. I could counter that. Do I want to counter it? Force these to trade off? Yes. I think I do. Pay X life, endure X. That's pretty insane, huh? Yep, I thought they would take that. I will take the fresh start. Now, they are currently tapped out. So which of these do I want to kill? Probably. Yeah, probably the Krumar Initiate. They are on a high enough life total. That it concerns me slightly, them activating that. Okay. Make a 2/2. Okay, we can blow out this block pretty damn nicely. If they, like, block here. So I think I'm attacking with this as well. That's it. If that is it, that is fine. Let's just exhale, submit 0. They take their 2. We can Whale of War and fresh start this turn. Yeah, we're still way ahead. And of course we have got... Okay, that's fine. So what do I want to get back? I think maybe another Snowmelt Stag is okay. Jadecast Attuned Hunter combo is fine too. Let's do that. Surak's pretty nice. Now that they're top decking, we should be in a pretty good spot. So we can play out Attuned Hunter. We can exile a... I want to make sure there is a creature down here. No attacks just yet. Land for the opponent. Kishla, Trawlers, getting back a removal spell. We can get back the Caustic Exhale is fine. Okay, so let's exile you. And let's leave it at that. And that's lethal. Good stuff. Going first. No blue. Ugh, that's really gross. I think this has to be a mulligan. I mean, we do have 2 removal spells. Need to draw a land to be able to cast them, but ultimately I think our average 6 is better. Okay, now we have all of our colors. Yeah, and we can put a swamp back. Ugh. I need to rethink the deck building. Maybe we just need more fixing. Hello, opponent. Because we are not getting very good hands. I kind of thought we feel like we should be. Okay, Wayfarer. Well, we have 4 lands in hand. Maybe I'm just taking the 2/2. Yeah, we've got 4 lands, so this is okay. We're just so behind on cards. Still, milling 3 lands off the top was very nice. We would have been in real trouble. Okay. They have a removal spell. We have a counter spell. But I think we're going to get down the Warden of the Grove, see what they can do on turn 3. And then if we untap with Dispelling Exhale open, we should be in a pretty good spot. Yeah. That is what I would consider a good spot to be in. Oh, they are going to get back the Dragon Hunt. Okay, cool. Well, we're out of range of the Dragon Hunt now. Sure. Snow Melt Stag here does seem pretty good. Again, letting down the shields. But our board is so impressive. Okay, Ice Ridge Serpent. Return the Stag. Surak's pretty decent too. Yeah, they're facing down a bunch of lethal threats. They do need to, like, bounce the Surak or something. Maybe I was supposed to make a token with the Surak. Make a 3-3. Would have been good on this board. No blocks. Because we have a lethal attack and a removal spell in hand. That actually... We can kill that. It's not quite lethal. Because we can Whale of War. Damn. Okay, just send the Trampler. Now they're in range. Am I supposed to hold up Whale of War and the removal spells? Yeah, we have lethal threats on board already. So let's hold. What does this do? Tap target creature, put 3 stun counters on it. And then, do I want to kill this thing, or would I rather... Yeah. Good stuff. I hope the opponent didn't think that was a salty emote. That was a good game emote in a nice way. That's how I intended it. Well, we have we're on the draw. We have all of our colors. We have an early removal spell. Opponent took a mulligan. I think we can keep this. Laced Prowler is a pretty big creature. We also drew a 3-drop, so that's nice. We'll go get another green, another forest. Shock Brigade. Menace 1/3 with Mobilize 1. I think I'm gonna block. I think I've got to keep the pressure off and fresh start this. Make a 1/1. Yep, that's fine. Just because now I can play the Attuned Hunter and then the the Stag and the Prowler. This makes 2 1/1s Menace Haste. Yeah, we just play to the board, play big stuff. And they're going to have a pretty hard time keeping up. Dragon's Prey is pretty nice. Let's lead on the Stag here. No need to attack. Sure, if that's what they're doing. Okay, nice. I take 1. Jadecast Sentinel is actually kind of interesting too. Let's play the Laced Prowler. Oh, good. That was a lot of land. Whale of War would have been pretty nice. Do I want to keep this back to block the Menace creature? Yeah, they're clearly aggressive. Let's keep the game slow. We'll win the long game. We can get Whale of War back with the Kishla Trawlers, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4 lands down there. That's really nice. Okay, sweet. Where's this from? 2 1/1 Red Warrior tokens. Where did this come from? Oh, this can't be blocked. Okay. Sibsig Appraiser. Okay, yeah, let's draw a card. Dispelling Exhale. Well, we can't cast that this turn. I think I'd rather just have the land at this point. Could hold up Dragon's Prey. Or we could make a very large Sibsig Appraiser. Yeah, they're down to 1 card. I think we have this under control. That's pretty good. So, we do want to Dragon's Prey the Underfoot Underdogs. And then maybe we can play this and start attacking. Seems right to me. Yeah, big attack here. But then they're kind of done. Oh shit, is this lethal? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Holy shit. That was, mad. Do we have to block like this? Down to 3? Balls. I can't believe we lost. Well, there you have it, folks. We went 4-3. It felt pretty strong, but my god, we got beaten by those Mardu aggro decks. I think you really got to be careful of those. It feels to me like it's a grindy format, but we lost to aggro decks pretty exclusively. None of my hands felt good in that whole draft. I wonder if I needed more fixing. Maybe I did. I need to reflect on that because like none of my hands, like most of my hands felt bad or awkward in some way or another. So certainly some lessons learned, some stuff to take into the next draft, which I hope you tune into. It's going to be tomorrow. So I will see you then for the next episode, Operation Double Mythic, and that is it for me. Bye for now.